Welcome back to the channel. Coming at you again from Greenwich, Connecticut, and we're at Lamborghini. And what do you know, we've got an Aventador SVJ Roadster in front of us. This was last March, roughly a year ago. Hard to believe, time has flown by. And who doesn't love an Aventador? Definitely one of the best sounding modern cars out there. Or one of the best sounding cars maybe of any era. Love the carbon bits on the splitter in the front here. Those headlights are iconic. Perfect offset, just about. I never understood why people lower these. I mean, I think they're just about perfect. I mean, if you're gonna go to the track, okay, but it's not like there's a giant gap or anything. Tastefully specced out on the interior. I like the seats, the Alcantara buckets. Yellow calipers, which normally I'm not a fan of yellow calipers, but they work great with this color. They work really well with the gray. And if you know the name of this color, please comment below. We also have an STO we're going to look at over there. It's interesting. I didn't think we would see as many SVJs and STOs or Lamborghinis in general as we see, but they're around, especially at the supercar events. So look, you can see this is wider than the standard Lamborghini here. There's our fuel door, lots of carbon bits. Oh, look at that. That is a cool car. I like the floor mats. That's cool. Fire extinguisher. They were the first ones to come up with the fighter jet button there where you lift up the switch and then you press the start button. Great looking car. I'm sure they've sold this one by now. It's literally been a year. I just have so much footage. I went to so many events last year. I've been having a hard time keeping up. So now I'm trying to bang out as many of these videos as I can. Love the carbon on that wing. And this wing is just right. It's aggressive, but it's not too insane. This car is so low and wide, I think it would look strange if the wing was too high. If that makes sense. Also, the exhaust is placed different. And you've got the rear diffuser on the SVJ versus the standard Lamborghini. Now you've got the Ultimate. And then now they've released that the new one's going to be a hybrid V12. Thank God. I think there were rumors that it may be a hybrid V8. So long live the V12, long live the combustion engine. We got to keep these things around, you know. We got to keep these things around for the car enthusiast. It's one thing for your everyday drivers, but cars like this should not have to be electric. We don't want electric. I mean, it's just not the same. Until they can really replicate it to the point to where you cannot tell the difference, and it even smells like a gas engine, and the vibrations are there and everything, I'm always going to prefer these. I don't care if they're slower. 355 tires in the back. Look at that. You know, the thing to do with these is to get the $30,000 Gintani exhaust. And they sound wicked, wicked. Steering wheel is perfect size. It's not an ugly yoke or something nonsensical like that in the Plaid. Now I'm gonna get called out for being a Tesla hater. I don't hate them, I just hate the government intervention and we're gonna be electric and all this stuff. Anyway, back to the Lamborghini. Just about a perfect spec. What would you guys do differently for this spec? Would you do anything differently? Different calipers, different wheels. Would you rather have a silver wheel, you know, or a colored wheel? Or do you like the black? I'm not sure if they're carbon. I do not think they're carbon fiber, but I could be wrong. Beautiful car. Really cool dealership. Great people in this dealership. One of the few dealers on this strip that's not part of Miller. I'm not exactly sure it's just Lamborghini Greenwich. I'm not sure who their parent company is, but I know it's not Miller. This whole strip is the car enthusiast's dream on the East Coast. I mean, they've got everything, and then everybody's nice, everybody's friendly. As long as you're respectable, you can go in, take pictures, shoot video, talk to the salespeople. So now here we are with the STO, which another Lamborghini that I did not think I would see so many of. I've seen several of these. I love the roof scoop. It's one of my favorite things. And the roof scoop there is just, it's ridiculous. Alcantara steering wheel. Interior is a bit matchy-matchy, but I like the way the steering wheel isn't red. There's something about that drives me nuts when the steering wheel, I don't know, I like black steering wheels with maybe a little contrast stitching. Those carbon buckets are badass though. The roof scoop is, man, that is cool. Looks like an alien spaceship. Now these cars should look radical. This car, you know, I think I would want the STO in a wild color combination, probably a little more radical than this. You know, now that there's so many supercars out there and so many even hypercars and sports cars, you know, in your standard colors and your reds and your blacks and your greens, it's cool to see these wild specs that are out now. And I can really appreciate them more, appreciate wild color combinations that I didn't appreciate when I was younger. So cool. Would you rather have this or the SVJ? Obviously the SVJ is a lot more money. You can see the exhaust, and I think it's a titanium exhaust system on this. You can see it through there. Looks like titanium. Beautiful offset. This I think has Bridgestone tires. Yeah, Bridgestone tires. And for those of you that don't know, I recorded this a year ago and I'm going back and doing a voiceover because it's just easier for me to do it that way. I don't have to worry about copyright music in the dealership or anything else, distractions, yada yada. Those are some low profile tires. That's one thing about these. What I like about the GT3, you like the Porsche, you've got a little more tire than that. So if you hit a pothole, you can survive it easier. Your tire can survive it. Here's a sticker. Sorry, the print's really small, so we can't really read that. Really cool, good looking stuff. I mean, Lamborghini has come a long way, right? Remember, the Countach was all they had. Then they came out with the Diablo, and then there was the SUV, which is a pretty badass SUV, but it was just the Diablo, and they would tweak it every couple years, only make a few of them. But ever since the Gallardo, they have really taken off in popularity, and they build more cars than ever now. They build a lot of cars now for a supercar company. The Urus, that's another one. I thought I would have only seen a handful of Uruses, but there's a lot of Uruses out there. Across the street, we've got Aston Martin. You've got Bentley and Pagani just up the hill there. If you go, you got to go to Pagani. There's another look at the exhaust there. You can see the welds. And looks like a heat shield above that. Look at those Bridgestone tires. There's our exhaust exits. STO. Spoiler, which doesn't look carbon. And we're about out of time, guys. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.